Right, so today's video is going to be an April lawn care guide. We're going to be going over everything you need to do and everything you need to avoid this month in order to get yourself an absolutely boss lawn. And the good news is that there is loads we can do. So let's start off then with cutting your lawn. How often should you be getting out there and giving your lawn a cut? Well, the boss thing about April is that there's no limit. If you are using a rotary like this, then you are limited slightly, so maybe once a week, twice a week at tops. But if you are using a cylinder mower, then you can go absolutely agadoo, push pineapple, shake the tree. You can get out and cut your lawn as many times as you want, because this thing will cut your lawn like scissors. But just bear in mind though, every lawn is different. If it's in the sun, it'll grow more, you'll need to cut it more. If you've fed it a few times already this year, then obviously it's going to grow more, you're going to need to cut it more. If you've got a combination of those two, the same thing applies. Think of it as a four-way table. More sun, more growth, more cutting. More feeding, more growth, more cutting. The less of those things, the less you'll do. The more of those things, the more you'll do. And talking of growing, let's get straight into feeding your lawn. So on the two lawn feeds you're going to need a granular and a liquid. April is the perfect time to chuck some feed down because we've got decent temperatures, we've got decent amount of rainfall as well, which is going to help that feed to actually activate in the soil and to actually get the plant to do its thing. It's the granular feeds that's really going to be giving you the density and the growth that you're after, and it'll be the liquid feeds that will give you that nice dark green colour. I've got a couple of videos on my channel about what feeds to use, but also when to apply them for the best results, so I'll leave links to both in the description below. April is also a really great time to scarify your lawn if you need to. Using a basic scarifier like this, you'll be able to remove some thatch from the lawn. That'll be beneficial this month because removing some excess thatch means that the soil's going to be able to breathe and dry out a little bit faster. Your feeds will be more effective in feeding the plants, and it just clears the sward and makes space for the new growth that you're after. Now, one thing to bear in mind is that not every lawn needs to be scarified. A lawn like this where you can visibly see some of the soil, am I going to be scarifying this? Absolutely not. But with a lawn like this, which is completely packed to the rafters with grass plants, if you just get right in and part some of the grass blades, we've got some dead growth in there, which we could really do with removing. We're only going to be taking some of it out. It's about removing the excess thatch, not all the thatch. Some lawns like this don't need to be scarified often because there's really good soil biology, and what the soil does is it breaks down the thatch and it uses it to feed the soil, which then feeds the plants. But obviously, if you fed a lot in the previous year, or just depending on the soil and conditions that you have, it can result in having some thatch that is excess. Now, this next thing is what a lot of people tend to get wrong at this time of year, and that's to do with overseeding or renovating your lawn. Now, don't get me wrong, overseeding and renovating can be done in April, and this April's a boss time to do it if you are planning to, because it looks like we've got some good temperatures, we've got some good rainfall coming, but also a lot of cloud coverage too, meaning that any grass seeds you put down will be able to retain more moisture in order to germinate. So the million-dollar question then will be, do you need to? This lawn? Nope. What about this one? Nope. What about this? Nope. And that's because the Benfescu, they're able to reproduce on their own. In order to get them to become thicker, you need to just feed them and cut them. Meaning that patchy spaces like this and this and this will fill themselves in pretty quickly this month as long as we feed and cut. However, the most commonly sold seed in the UK is ryegrass, and if you've got ryegrass and that has thinned out over the winter, then get on with some seed. You can get on now. It is early doors still at the start of April, but it's certainly doable. What I would suggest is getting some landscape fleece to go over the top to retain moisture, but more importantly to retain the temperature. It creates almost like a greenhouse effect that helps the seeds to germinate. If you're not sure whether you've got Benfescu or ryegrass, then regardless of whether you overseed or whether you don't, it doesn't really matter. By the time we get to May, you're going to know what you're going to need to do. You can wait until May, and if your lawn's filled in, great. Or if it hasn't, overseed then. Or if you're panicking, get a bit of seed down now. Regardless, whatever you do, no one's going to die. With aeration, for most of us, the ship has passed. However, if you've got a clay-heavy lawn that is sat in the shade and it's still quite waterlogged, then you can certainly get out this month and aerate. But for most people, not necessary. Now, the next thing, just make sure you've got a brass lamp in your garage. I've heard it deters power annua and those little leather jack fellas. But what about weeds then? Can we kill them this month? Well, We can, and there's two ways to do it. You can use weed on, it kills weeds, not lawns. However, I would wait until the end of the month because the weeds have to be in an active state of growth in order for it to kill them. You can apply it now, but it's going to do next to nothing and you'll just have to reapply again. So got to use the old noggin. And the second way is to use this fella, Roundup. What you don't want to do is spray this across your entire lawn because you'll kill it. What you'll want to use is either like a small paintbrush or like one of those cotton buds, dip it into some Roundup and just lightly brush it onto the leaves of the plant. I've used it for power annua, but you can also use it for any other weed like clover, dandelion, you name it, it's going to kill it. Once it's yellow or brown, just pull it out, the Roundup, it's going to kill the roots below. And just a few last things to be mindful of this month. If you stress your lawn out at all, do not stress because we've got the temperature, we've got the conditions, it's going to bounce back. If you scarify too much, it's fine, just give it a feed, it'll recover. If you overfeed, then just get on with loads of water to wash that feed through, it's going to recover. Regardless, by May, most lawns are going to look absolutely boss following this simple advice. So thanks for watching today's video. Give it a like if you've enjoyed it or at least found it useful. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. It might just influence the next video that I make. Subscribe if you haven't already. Finally, thanks for watching.